What are some examples of liberation theology? Have you ever wondered how faith can inspire social change? Liberation theology is a fascinating movement that connects spirituality with social justice. It focuses on the liberation of the oppressed, especially the poor and marginalized. This approach emphasizes active involvement in social, political, and economic justice, blending ethical reflection with practical action. One of the most notable examples is Latin American liberation theology. This movement emerged in the late 20th century within Roman Catholicism in Latin America. Theologians like Gustavo Gutierrez and Ignacio Ellacuría played significant roles in its development. They interpreted Christian faith through the lens of the poor, asserting that God speaks through the oppressed. In this context, small local Christian groups called base communities were formed. These communities study the Bible together while addressing immediate social needs like food, water, and sanitation. They create a sense of solidarity and collective action against poverty and injustice. Another key aspect of liberation theology is its praxis-oriented ethics. This means that ethical decision-making is not just theoretical. It involves concrete efforts to improve the lives of marginalized people. Theologians argue that true knowledge comes from engaging with the world, combining reflection on experiences with transformative action. Gustavo Gutierrez described liberation as having three interconnected dimensions: social, political, and economic liberation, personal and communal human liberation, and liberation from sin. This view connects ethical and moral concerns with worldly justice and spiritual freedom. Solidarity with the marginalized is another core principle of liberation theology. It emphasizes standing with those who suffer oppression. This includes listening to their voices and challenging dominant power structures. The movement promotes dignity and well-being for all, rejecting passivity and calling for active advocacy on behalf of the vulnerable. Liberation theology often leads to political and civic engagement. Clergy and lay people work together to bring about justice through social and political change. This activism includes opposing systems that perpetuate inequality and advocating for the rights of the poor. From an ethics and morals perspective, liberation theology highlights the moral duty to act in solidarity with the oppressed. It views justice as a practical necessity, not just a spiritual ideal. This movement challenges traditional ethical frameworks by prioritizing the experiences and rights of marginalized groups. In practical terms, liberation theology has influenced community organizing and social justice movements. It has shaped the role of religious institutions in advocating for systemic change. This approach makes ethics a lived practice focused on human dignity and freedom. In summary, liberation theology offers powerful examples of how faith can drive social change. Through its emphasis on solidarity, praxis, and active engagement, it connects ethics and morality with the quest for justice.